Hey, Adam, Matt McGavick with Sports Illustrated. I'll kind of ask you the same question I asked Lucas. How's it feel knowing it's been nearly a year since you played ball and the season's just a little over a week away?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Obviously, me and some of my roommates were talking about how it's been like almost exactly a year. I think it's 345 days or somewhat that we played competitive baseball against another college baseball team. So it's going to be exciting to get out there and play against someone like Bellarmine who I've kind of grown up kind of watching the university and whatnot. So it's pretty cool for me.
Michael, then Cam.
Hey, Adam, Michael McCam at Cardinal Authority. There's been a lot said, obviously in the past about Louisville's pitching. There's been a lot talked about Louisville's offense this year. From a pitcher standpoint, obviously you guys lost a couple of guys to the draft. Just a week out, essentially. Your thoughts on where you guys are as a staff and what are your expectations?
Yeah, we have a lot of depth. I mean, we have a lot of guys we can choose from. We got a bunch of older guys and younger guys that can really step up and really make a big contribution this year. So I'm excited to see how it rolls out. I think it's going to be exciting. I think the pitching staff is going to be one of the best we've really had. So we'll see, and I'm excited for it.
Cam. You're muted right now, Cam.
Got it. Yep, got it. I pulled a Tim Sullivan. Dang it. Adams, Cameron from the Courier Journal. I'm curious. You're pitching against this rotation. I mean, this lineup a lot. Just your thoughts on the depth of this lineup and the strengths they have there.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you're scrimmaging, you don't get any breaks, especially with this lineup. You have a bunch of good hitters, and they're always ready to get a hit off you. So it's definitely tough, and it kind of helps you as a pitcher. You have to make better pitches. You have to locate better and kind of hit your spots. So it makes you a better pitcher. That's the great thing about scrimmaging against a lineup like this. So it's definitely helping the pitching staff out, and it just shows you how good the hitters are.
Shelby, then Matt.
Hi, I'm from Bellarmine University. I would just like to know more about your thoughts about playing against Bellarmine since they are D1 now.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously pretty cool for me. I'm from Louisville, and I know a bunch of the guys on the team, so it's going to be pretty cool being able to play them for the first time since I've been here. So I'm excited for it. I've always kind of grown up watching Bellarmine and Louisville baseball, so it's pretty cool, and I'm kind of excited for it.
Matt.
Hey, Adam, Matt again. I know with a roster as deep as you guys are, it's kind of hard for somebody to truly have a breakout year per se, but watching everything transpire since last season ended, who do you think is someone that is primed to have one of those breakout type seasons?
I mean, looking at this lineup, it seems like there's a bunch of guys you can choose from. I kind of look at a guy like Benellis, who didn't really get to play at all last year. I think he's going to be ready for a big season. I look at a guy like Lucas Dunn, who's probably got a little more chip on his shoulder too, because he didn't get to play much last season. So I'm excited for it. I think there's a bunch of guys you can choose from, and it's hard to go over all of them. But those two guys, I think, are going to have a big year for us.
Michael.
Hey, Adam, can you kind of talk about, obviously the goal that you guys have are always to reach Omaha. Last time you guys got to the postseason, you did get to Omaha. Is there kind of a chip on the team's shoulder per se because of what happened last year? You guys were amongst the favorites to reach there and potentially win the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't think you can ignore that. I think last year obviously was tough for us because we really felt like we had a really good chance of winning it all. So the uncertainty that followed after that kind of made us think about it a little more. And yeah, I think you could say it was a chip on our shoulder, but I think it's also just always a goal for us every year. And I think we'll be ready for any challenge we have this year.
Cam.
Yeah, Adam, you mentioned the depth of the pitching staff. Obviously, last year you had me get two monsters leading the rotation and Reed and Bobby, but a lot of people may not know some of the other arms you guys have. So who's kind of stood out to you rather than in the fall and the spring, and what do you see are the strengths of your staff, whether that be versatility or, like you said, depth?
Yeah, I think we have a lot of options. I think it's our biggest thing. But I mean, obviously, you got guys who stand out. You got Glenn Albanese, who's pitched really well so far for us, and I think I'm excited to watch him pitch. And then you got guys like Persecki and younger guys like Tate Cooner who can be really good for us. So I think there's a bunch of guys out there that can make a big impact. But I think versatility is probably the biggest thing because we have a lot of options in a lot of different situations.
A quick follow-up to that. How much do you and guys like Kieran and Luke Smith kind of embrace that leadership role within this pitching staff this season?
Yeah, I think it definitely helps. Obviously, we have us three who've pretty much done it all since we've been here, and we can definitely help the younger guys kind of understand their role as we're going to have a lot of options this year. So you kind of have to understand your role and kind of help the team any way that you can. And I think that's definitely going to help us in the long run.
Matt.
Hey, Adam. So I had a chance to talk to him last summer over the summer league after he bounced back from his Tommy John surgery. But how has Jack Perkins looked so far in the fall and leading up to the start of the season, and what kind of impact do you think he can have on this season?
Yeah, I mean, Jack's electric. He gets out there, and you're just ready to see some crazy pitches and some high velo. So I think he's a guy that can definitely make a huge impact. And I'm always excited to watch him play. So kind of seeing how he can develop and keep developing as the season goes on is going to be exciting, and I'm ready for it.
All right. Anything else for Adam before we wrap it up with him? All right. We're good. Appreciate it, Adam. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.